Peace, y'all. See, I know I ain't went live in a minute. I want to talk about culture today. I seen it posted. The person that posted, you might see this. It's not about your post, but it just reminded me of this topic. But culture. So a lot of times we talk about culture. We say, oh, black folks, we don't have any culture. Let me make... Alright, I'm live. But yeah, so they say we don't have any culture. That's the issue with us. We need culture. We don't understand this and that. But typically what people mean when they're saying culture, they're referring to heritage. They're referring to things like in the past in Africa and different customs and traditions that existed back then. Okay? But I want to give a definition of culture, which if we listen to our elder at Neely Fuller, he tells you that there's a lot of different types of words. When you see these different types of words, sometimes they don't accurately describe anything, or they may be convoluted or not clear. So you have to come up with compensatory definitions of words. He has a whole book, his own compensatory definition of words. So I have my own compensatory definition of the word culture. My definition of the word culture is the consistent actions of a group. This could apply to any group. This could apply to any creature, because every single group of people, whatever type of group this could be, they all have a culture. You know, even ants, people who play video games, people in certain nations, Mexicans, Americans, everybody has a culture. So the consistent actions of a group. A lot of people get lost with the definition of culture, but when you think of it in that terms, of which is basically what it really is, it becomes more clear. And we can talk about people who say things like, black people don't have a culture. I hear that said a lot. Black people don't have a culture, but not understanding everybody has a culture. I think what they mean is that, well, we don't have customs and traditions tied to something old. But regardless of the fact, you're living, you're doing things every single day, you have a culture. All right? And your culture is the things that you're doing. I was having a discussion with somebody. They're like, what? So you're telling me that, you're telling me juju on the beat is my culture? You're telling me all of this stuff we doing, living under the white man is my culture? Yes, I'm telling you that's your culture. That's 100% your culture. That's what people are doing. That's what the consistent actions that your group takes. All right? Whether or not you like or agree with it, I was listening to Tariq Nasheed before, and he said, well, that's not black culture to me. He was referring to, some negative things people are doing. He's like, well, that's not black culture to me. But if consistently the group you're a part of is engaging in these behaviors, whether you like the behavior or not, they are still your culture. Now, if we talk about different groups of people within a group, because we have black people, we have groups of people within a group. All right. Yeah. So now GJ, he's giving us his culture as in his individual culture, but you can't have an individual because it's usually a group. But there are people within the black group whose culture is reading books, there's people whose culture is getting high. But as a group, we have our own culture. So why do I say we don't need culture, we need power? Because when we get into that, a lot of people say we don't have culture. So what they do is they pull out a dashiki. They say, yeah, we don't have culture here. Here's some ankhs. Here's some African garb. Here's some different things. Once you get this stuff, this is your culture. But that has nothing really to do with culture. That's more so your heritage. Now you're going back into things that you came from, but that is not your culture now. Can we take older things from our heritage and put them into our culture? Sure, we can do that. But now I'm going to get to the point of why I titled it this way, now that I've laid that out. People say, I say we don't need culture, we need power. Just because you have an ankh, just because you have a dashiki and all these different things that are part of your heritage and history, that does not mean that it's going to be beneficial to you. People develop a culture to live and survive in in whatever context that they may be in. So going back in time and getting relics from your history does not help you become more powerful. You should be structuring your culture into a way that benefits you. That should be the whole purpose of you structuring your culture. You should look and say, listen, what is going to benefit us? How does this help us? I always give the example like I remember I was reading about Shaka Zulu when he was coming up. One of the things that he had to do, they had herds of animals that they would herd in order to eat and farm and things of that nature. So one of the things he had to do when he was coming up, he had to kill one of the, I think it was jaguars or whatever it is. There was a predator that would eat their flock. So he had to go and kill that predator, because when you kill that, what you do is you help your people survive, because the goods that you have will still be available. If you know what I'm saying, if you just let the predator eat your flock, your people don't survive. So why is it important for him to kill that? Why is it an important element of his culture for him to kill that and then put the garb around his neck? When he puts that garb around his neck, it reflects something that he's done for his people's survival. Okay, so for you to take that same animal hide and put it around your neck today does not have much to do with the original meaning of why that was a part of someone's culture. It doesn't have anything to do. If anything, you should be learning how to do some coding, and you should be putting a damn Intel 4 core processor around your neck, or some type of computer thing, or some type of something, you know, a security thing from stocks or something of that nature. That would make more sense. That would go more to what a lot of these things that you think are culture, they would relate more to you having your own power now, and they would be more culturally relevant. She said, we can't have power without money. Black folks are too busy trying to get approval from white folks. Yeah, I agree with that. And I think approval from white folks is a part of our current culture, because we are looking at people, we are looking to other people to give us opportunities. So you have people who literally every single day, for the majority of their life, more than they see their kids, more than they have fun, more than they do anything, they work at a white corporation where a white person is evaluating them based on, you know, to let them know how much money they're going to make based on white approval. So you literally get white approval for a living. That part of our culture has to change. You got to do things for yourself. So yeah, you bring up a great point. But so yeah, that's why I'm saying, so somebody could say, hey, you know, getting power is a part of your culture, and I understand that. But I hope I'm made the point that don't focus on heritage, ancient relics, and these different things. Don't look at it in that way. Look at it from a perspective of, we need to structure everything we do to get power. Okay, to get power. Restructure your culture so you can have power. One more example before I get up out of here. You got the Chinese. This comes from a discussion I was having with somebody recently too. They're like, oh, the Chinese is under white supremacy. I'm like, how are they under white supremacy? The Chinese make moves. They both, I mean, they're on the rise. You know, they're becoming a superpower, if not already a superpower, right there along with the white man. The white man is not dominating them right now. They're like, yeah, they are. Look how they dress. Look at what they're doing. Look at the weapons and the different things that they're doing. I'm like, listen, those little things that they adopted from white people, okay, you're saying that they're still in the white man's culture, but the thing is, they're using it to be powerful for themselves. So as long as you're powerful, the little things here and there that you adopt don't necessarily matter, because your average black power person will tell you the white man stole everything. They stole it from us. So if the white man can steal things from you and use them, how come you can't steal things from them in other places that serve you and use it and incorporate it into your culture and use it to gain power? That should be the focus, more so than doing old heritage things that we need to respect, but we need a new way, and we need to make our new way, make our new culture accruing power, not only focusing on old heritage. And that's it, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.